Hey guys, Ava here, and today I'm back in the screen with Bailey
Hey guys.
for another episode of Anime vs. Reality.
Yes, and now we're on episode 5 of Higurashi.
We're on episode 1.
Well, episode 1, I don't know what's going on with this thing.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Anyways, you want to start a bit off with your beautiful notes?
Yeah.
Because Bailey did the notes
Yeah.
for these episodes.
Yes, and before I start the notes, I also got this book about 500 beautiful words,
No.
which I will be using next time for the notes.
Oh,
So you
gosh.
keep an eye out for them. I'm learning to enhance my vocabulary.
Anyway.
Alright. The episode opens with Rika brutally stabbing herself as Mion watches with bursts of psychotic laughter, and that just reminded me of...
She's like stabbing herself in the neck. So what she's done is like put it up on the wall and she's gone...
Yeah, it was like, what was that visual novel, like The Cafe House? I forget what it was. It was like this video game.
What?
And then like the girl just like stabs herself repeatedly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was some type of
Are
visual
you sure you're
novel
not
thing.
talking about a classroom?
Yeah, it was the girl in the class.
Yeah, it was Doki Doki.
Doki Doki, that's it. That's what it reminded me
I
of.
don't know why you thought cafe.
I don't know. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of, just that stabbing. Alright, so after the opening, Kechi wakes up and learns that he got a call from Reina-chan. He catches up with he catches up with Reina first, and then Mion shows up in the free bike ride to town. And when they get to town,
There's like a whole bunch of kids just milling outside the toy store. Because there's an event happening at the toy store where they can win 50,000 yen.
which is the conversion rate, I believe, is like a few $100s.
Yeah, it's like just shy of 500, I think, actually, in today's money. But if you're doing 1983 money,
Yeah, you got to account for
different again.
inflation, so it would have been a lot more. I mean, not inflation, because as you know,
yeah,
like, as time progresses, the dollar or the yen or whatever it is changes.
yeah, prices change over time, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sataka and Rika see Keiichi show up. I see you spells it with one eye.
Yeah, because that's what the thing I was reading. I was not reading what I was watching.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's two eyes.
I don't know why it was one eye though.
And once all four or five, is it? 5 of them, yeah, together, they proceed into the game, and so it's part of their club as well. So the winner is free to do whatever they want to the loser.
Yeah. Well, the losers it would be. So he or she can do whatever he or she wants to the losers.
And as the game progresses, first
It's kind of like Go Fish, isn't it?
yeah,
Something
it sort of is. But who was the first one? Rena gets one, and she's like, "I want to keep this card because it's cute."
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, she's so cute. I'll let her keep it."
No, that's Rika.
Oh, Rika, sorry.
Rika uses her cuteness to on the boy that likes her.
Yeah, so they're just using dirty tricks.
And then Mion intimidates the kids into just giving up the card.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, screw this, I'm out."
Yeah. And somehow Keiichi's the only one not with a card yet.
Yeah, because he's not taking it seriously. He's like, I'm just here to have some fun. And then
Yeah.
Mion's like, "God damn it." It's like, play seriously. And so, Kechi, you know what? Because, Mion's teasing him, and then Kechi's like, "You know what? Screw this." And he gets these two boys, Tomata and Okamaru. He's like, "Yeah, we're going to the bathroom. We'll be right back."
A bit risky move.
Yeah.
Although it is 1983, so I guess it's okay in that time period.
Yeah. And he tells him, he's like, "Alright, if you help me, I will help you do whatever you want to the losers."
No,
Because,
no,
the
he's
losers-
he's also no, what he
Because,
says is you can have Rika as
Yeah, because each one of them likes a different girl, and he's like, "Yes, the losers have to do what the winner wants, and you tell me
Rika and Sataka.
Yeah, what you want within reason
Yeah.
for the girls to do, and you'd be
Oh
like,
yeah, I forget that like Sataka does some sort of trap sort of thing because that's her thing, apparently.
Yeah, so the boys, what happens is like they sometimes just like fall over the table,
Yeah,
or like,
they don't like the
or
floor.
blow on the cards, like,
And he's just catching them as they come at him.
yeah. And Ketchy and Mion are tied, and then it's like, the bell goes, and Mion's like, well, I better get going.
No,
to work.
3 o'clock hit comes
so
up.
3 o'clock, and it's like a bell or a clock chime.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Mion's like, well, I better be hitting the old dusty trail. It's like, what? I gotta go to work. Oh, that's bull. So
Yeah, so
it's a
basically what ends up happening is the money prize will transfer over to the next tournament, and Keiji gets a substitute prize,
yeah,
which is a doll.
that gives me Annabelle vibes. If you've seen like the first 4 episodes, then it's just like, okay, yeah. Well, you know, if you've seen, well, I don't know how do you want me to say it?
You didn't have to say it at all.
No, not episodes. Sorry, movies. Movies of I was saying episodes. Movies of Annabelle.
In the movies.
Yeah, I don't know why I said episodes.
Well, technically they could be. They technically are episodes if you talk about it from this perspective of Star Wars.
Oh yeah, true. But that I meant the Annabelle movies. So yeah, the doll's kind of creeping me out, and
He gives it to Rena.
she adores it, and Mion seems a little disappointed that he didn't give it to her. Now this doll may not look like much, but this doll is really a plot device.
Oh.
Okay, so don't forget that.
Yeah.
As insignificant as it may seem.
It's a choice moment.
Yeah.
Like in most horror games that try to do, like the Telltale games.
Yeah.
It's like you got choices, but do they really matter in the end?
Like in Tales from the Borderlands, they do.
Hmm.
In Telltale Batman Season 1 and 2, especially.
Walking Dead, it sort of did.
So it did, yeah. Then like
Until Dawn, it really did.
Until Dawn, yeah.
Until Dawn is like the king game.
The Quarry, yeah, that's good too. That's why then, but yeah, but I think Until Dawn's a little better. But anyway, after everyone parts ways, Kechi goes to have a meal at Angel Ward and sees Mion works there and wears a cute maid outfit.
Oh.
So Kechi doesn't think he'll get in trouble by teasing Mion about her outfit, because you know, like he's the customer and she's the employee.
Yeah, the customer's always right mentality.
Yeah, but he takes it too far and gets a slap, and then she's like, "Oh no, my name isn't Mion. I'm her twin sister, Shion."
Yeah, total cover name right there, isn't it?
It's like, how have I never learned about you from Mion? And so Kechi leaves the restaurant. He's not convinced about the whole twin sister thing. And it's just like, okay, he leaves, and then you see Mion or Shion.
Yeah.
Just watching him from a window.
I'm pretty sure it is Shion in this moment.
Yeah.
It'll get confusing later on.
So later the afternoon, or it might be the next afternoon, Kechi, Rena, and Mion are walking home, and
I'm pretty sure it's the next day.
Yeah, next day.
Because it would have been a school day.
Yeah, alright. And so we confirm that there is no twin sister. Mion is just improvising as she's embarrassed to let Kechi know it was her in the maid outfit, and Rena tries pressing her for answers, and she's like, "Oh no, my sister lives on this other side of town." Yeah, and like the waitress thing, and Mion's like, "No, I work at a toy store." Yeah, and then it's just like, you know what? I gotta go to work. I'm very late, and then she just runs off. And so when Kechi gets home, there's a knock at the door, and oh my god, it's Shion. God damn it. She brought him a meal and runs off after he accepts it. So it's like, here you go, you eat now, bye.
Yeah.
I'm Shion, by the way, definitely not Mion.
Yeah, and so we move on to the next day, and Rika and Sataka can't hang out with the club because they've got the cotton drifting stuff to prepare for.
Yeah.
Or as Bailey puts it,
the Cotton D.
Initial D, that is.
Yeah. The initial cotton D. Because it means the same thing, drift.
So yeah, so the club is cancelled for the day, and they'll leave.
And wouldn't you know
And
it?
of course, conveniently, Mion has work.
Yeah. So later, Kechi decides to see Shion at her work, which isn't the workplace where Mion works. So Shion works at the
Angel Mort.
Yeah.
Angel Mort, not Angel Mont.
Angel Mort and Mion works at a toy store. So you can see the evidence is quite clear.
Yeah, so he's like carrying the Tupperware back.
Yeah, and
is it Tupperware or is it just a container?
I think it was Tupperware after he cleaned it out, and he trips and he
like three guys just show up out of nowhere. They're
Yeah.
absolutely angry because.
Well, I gotta say that's justified though.
Yeah.
Because if you're knocking over someone's bike, it's like, well, you gotta pay for it, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
You can't cost someone if they're not paying attention.
True. And so then Shion comes out, and then she gets mad at them, and then next thing we know, like these villagers, they just
all these villagers, even little kids,
like Shaun of the Dead, they're just like huddling up, and the guy's like, "Oh, let's get out of here."
Yeah, the three guys literally just run. They're like,
yeah.
Oh no, do they get on the bikes?
Yeah, they get on their bikes and drive off.
They ride off.
Yeah, and so this next part blew my mind. So Kechi and Shion, they're walking together, and she like grabs Kechi's arm and squeezes it
like,
against
there's like
her.
the whole like.
Yeah. And she's like, it's like since Mion likes you, it's okay if I like you too. And Kechi says to her, look, you don't have to do this whole Mion Shion thing,
Yeah.
You got a girly side, that's fine with me. And then they see these kids run out of a store, and
then Mion comes out,
and it's like, what? You have a twin sister?
There is actually two twin sisters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what? I was not expecting this. It's kind of like, have you ever seen that episode of iCarly where Sam has a twin sister?
No.
And then it's like, they do the joking, and Freddy's like, no, I know Sam's pranking me because she always does. And at the end, you discover that there is a twin sister. And it's like, what?
That's basically this episode, is it?
Yeah, that was kind of like, because at the end, you discover there's actually a twin sister. It's like, what? Oh, you weren't just pranking me or nothing.
Yeah. So anyway, the next day, Mion appears to have the case of the need for the toilet 24/7.
Kidney failure.
Yeah.
And she has to use the bathroom 15 times.
Well, it's not specified that many times. Bailey's just making up a number.
No, they say 15.
Really?
Yeah, 15 times.
Wow.
I don't know if Kechi was just exaggerating or not, but he says 15.
I feel like it was an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Even though she's got a really small bladder.
Yeah, or kidney failure.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the other girls show up and they try to comfort Kechi. And then we see Mion. Well, it might be Shion now. We don't know who this is. Staring ominously at the others. You hear that music? It's like...
Dun, dun, dun.
Alright, so next episode, it opens with Kechi helping to set up a tent at this festival.
So he's helping set up the tent for the cotton drifting festival.
Yeah. I don't know. Why is it called cotton drifting?
Because they drift cotton down the river.
Okay, yeah.
We find that.
So I thought
Like they do that
to
in like the third episode.
Well, that's something to do with cotton candy.
No.
But anyways, he's told to take a break by one of the guys there, and she comes up and goes, "Here's a drink of barley tea. Have some." And he drinks it, and then there's a scream. And he's like, and it's Mion that shows up.
Yeah, Mion's the one that was screaming.
Yeah, and it turns out she's got 2 cups of barley tea, and it's like, no, those are for me.
Yeah, I corrected your term, the word that you wrote, because it was a K. You put a K, it's actually a C.
Ah, so.
Because skulls is the plural of a skull. Skull.
Okay.
It's like.
Yeah.
Slamming them back.
Yeah. That's what they're doing. Skull, skull, skull. Like in AC Valhalla, they got those skull games. You drink from the horn. Like, yeah.
Anyway, 2 people, Tomitake and Mio, show up and introduce themselves to Kechi.
As Tomitake and Mio.
Yeah, and as they know both Mion and Shion. Oishi also shows up, and it's like he's doing a security check for the con drifting festival. After those three leave, Mion asks Kechi if he's hungry. When he says yes, Mion takes his hand and proceeds to one of the tents.
Yeah, it's like, alright, let's go eat. And
You want to scroll down a little bit? Just...
You mean scroll or skull?
I mean scroll.
Okay.
I still have hands, you know, right?
Alright, so, where were we? Okay, so
Past the way
she's
tent.
stopped by Shion, who wonders out loud, who will die this year? Oh, ominous. So Kechi is curious about what this means, but Mion's like, don't listen to her.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yes. Okay, come on, let's go get something to eat. No? Okay, well, I'm gonna go on ahead without you. Catch up with me when you're done listening to these old wives' tales. And so...
Not really wives' tales, though. Oddly enough.
Silly superstition.
Well, these are actual
Yeah.
things that happen.
But, you know, she's trying to brush it off. You don't need to listen to it. Alright, so 4 years ago, a dam was being constructed that would submerge Hinamizawa. So that would be because if the dam was built, the water would go another way and flood the town. Yeah, so a local protest happened and a shrine was created. The protesters prayed, worshipping to the guardian god Orashiru.
Shira.
Orashira.
Shira.
Orashiru.
Oh, yeah, Shira.
Shira. Okay. A director of the dam construction site was murdered shortly after. Then for the next 3 years, another person connected to the dam died, and one of them was Rika's father. It's like,
Anyway,
uh-oh.
we cut to the next day, and the festival has begun. And Mio wants to check out everything before seeing Rika on stage. During Rika's play, Kechi is like all the way at the back and can't see anything.
So he has to like kind of just like, excuse me.
He's gonna try and do like Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive, jump up, try and see.
Or he just needs to sit on someone's shoulders. Lift me up. 50,000 yen if you lift me on your shoulders.
Anyway, Mion then appears and... Oh no, Shion.
Shion appears and tells Kechi that she can take him to a place where he can see Rika dance better. But that's a lie. She takes him to a place where they can't see her dance at all. And it's like in a forest area.
In fact, she takes him to a forbidden shrine that Tomitake and Mia are at, trying to break into.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this shrine in particular are only for Furude family members. So basically,
and a select
Rika.
few.
Go back up.
Yeah. And a select few are allowed in.
Yeah. So yeah, Tomitake manages to get the door open. She even wants Keshi to go inside as well. Like,
and he's like,
okay, that's dumb.
Yeah, that's breaking.
Why would he agree to do something as stupid as that?
You know, there's nothing against leaning. That's a legal loophole. Like, you can't enter if you're breaking into a place. You're not allowed to enter, right? But if you just lean in, you don't set a foot inside, then you haven't technically broken the law.
Technically speaking, if you can monkey bar across, you haven't.
Yeah, like, if you touch anything inside the place, then that's breaking and entering. So it's like, if you, like, lean in, say, I unlock your door, and I decide, okay, I'm just going to lean in, take a look, that's not breaking and entering as long as because I'm not entering.
Yeah. Anyway, Tomitake stays guard while, like, Shion and Kechi enter with Mio and see some medieval tools. Like, when I don't think medieval was the right term though.
Well, yeah, because there was a lot of different traps from different periods. Like they had this one.
Oh yeah, there was like the spike box, wasn't there?
Yeah, where you close it, and then because a lot of them actually with the horror series Saw, you know, all those traps were inspired from other stuff.
There's actually a podcast that talks about that.
Yeah.
The Dead Meat podcast, they talk about real life saw traps.
Yeah, because a lot of the traps in those movies are inspired by real, actual traps.
Yeah. Anyway, so as they continue in, we get a nice big old shot of the shrine of the guardian god, and learn what the conjuring really means.
Yeah, so...
You want to take that away?
Yeah. So the people in the village have half-demon blood in them, and the uses of a few of the medieval traps. Wait, I think I might screw that. The people... Oh, yes. So I shortened this. So, the people in the village have half-demon blood in them, and the uses of the medieval traps are a part of...
The ritual.
A part of the demon's ritual. Tamataki enters and says the festival is over, and the four part ways after leaving the shrine.
Oh, so that's why technically all four of them are in trouble.
Yeah.
Because Tamataki didn't lean in.
Yeah.
He stepped in.
Yeah. Because I don't think, because that's what it happens, right? Part of the...
Yeah.
So it's like if you enter like a forbidden area, but if you're just looking in and you're not entering, you should be safe. Because you haven't broken the sacred...
I feel like Curse doesn't really care about legal loopholes. If you look in, I feel like it's still in trouble.
We just gotta hire Ace Attorney, the lawyer. Look here, demon. Oh, no.
No, you drone. You use a drone. You're not stepping foot in, but still you're technically looking, so that still gets you in trouble with the curse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Man, there's no way of looking in without getting in trouble with the curse.
Yeah. Okay, so Shion sits with Kechi after all four of them.
Yeah, like they're sitting on like the main steps up to the through their through their shrine.
Well, Shion and Kechi separate from Tom and
Tamatake and
Mio. And then it's just the two of them alone, and Shion says like she didn't mean to freak Kechi out by pretending she heard a loud bell sound, and it's like, what?
Well,
you heard a bell sound?
She does say that the four of them might be prime targets now.
She also mentions
because
that
they entered the shrine.
Sound. It's like, you didn't hear the bell sound? It's like, oh, no, I'm just screwing with you. Damn you, Shion. And then she runs off, and
then Mio and Rika attack hugs him from behind.
Surprise.
And it's like, did you see the dance? Did you see my dance?
Like, yeah, totally. And then you hear
the cicada.
No, isn't that like the ominous music or something?
No, I feel like that's a mix of the cicada sounds and maybe the music.
Maybe. Okay.
And like when they're leaving, Mion asks Keshi if he saw Shion, and of course he lies.
No. I mean, maybe I might have. You two look so alike, so how could I even tell? So the next day, Mion and Kechi meet up, and she isn't really feeling well. Mion asks if Kechi saw Tamataki, Mio, and Shion last night. Kechi reminds Mion that she asked him about Shion last night, to which Mion replies that she thought she'd get a different answer. Then she laughs it off, then runs off. Okay, I just have to relay the news to them. Okay. Bye.
Who's them?
Who's them?
Anyway, Keiji meets up with Shion after receiving a phone call from her.
And they go to a library, I think it is, or is
The
it?
library. I think it's the library in the other city. I forget the name of it. It started with an O. I remember that much.
It's not Oyashira.
No, that's
I think I got it written down somewhere on here. Might be the ending part. Okay, so
Oishi runs into them at the library as well, and it's like makes a joke of like occasionally two-timing the twins.
yeah, it's like so it's like dating them, dating both.
He's double dipping.
Yeah.
In the same gene pool.
Yeah, that's not what you do. You just take one dip and end it.
Yeah, you don't double dip it. That's basically the same as putting your whole mouth in the dip.
Yeah, he gets the reference.
Yeah. She.
What? Oh, she. Okay, I apologize. Okay, so where were we?
Anyway, Shion says she's gonna go to work, basically setting Keiichi up to talk with Oishi.
Yeah.
And we learn from Oishi that Mion is part of a Yakuza, not Yakuza.
Is it Yakuza or
Yakuza?
Yakuza. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, she's part of the Yakuza crime family, and will be inheriting it soon.
Yeah. And then he asks, "Okay, Keiichi, did you see Tomatake, Mion, and Shion last night?" It's like, you were right there, stupid. Remember?
Wait.
Remember he was there when Keiichi first met Tomatake and Mio?
Yeah.
And then he showed up. It's like, you're right there. You know I saw them. What are these mind games you're playing with me?
Yeah, so Oishi gets called away and says he'll talk to Keiichi later, most likely on the phone.
Okay.
So yeah, later that night, Keiichi's on the phone with Shion. She asks him the same question that Oishi did, and we learn that Tomitake and Mio are both dead. Mio burned to death, and Tomitake clawed out his own throat, which is a very common thing apparently.
Yeah, so according to the curse, 2 more people must disappear, so 2 die, 2 disappear. And this freaks out Keiichi, and Shion hangs up the phone.
Yeah, we gotta get them out of there now, don't we?
Yeah. So I actually made a mistake here. I thought the episode was kind of a flashback.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. So Keiichi and the gang are in class, and they talk about the village headmaster disappearing.
Yeah.
So he left for a meeting at the shrine in the morning, and hasn't. Oh, excuse me. Just yawning. And hasn't been seen since. Oyashiro's curse may have been involved. So after the opening, we see Keiichi doing he's watering the plants. He's not a gardener, right?
He's just doing casual watering, I think.
Yeah. So he's thinking about what happened in the previous episode. Then Rika shows up, scaring him, and then
she looks a bit worried.
Yeah, and she's like, Did you do a bad thing at the festival, Oni-chan? And it's like,
Oni-chan, really?
Oni-sama, whatever it is.
No,
Big
she
brother.
usually refers to him by his name. It's like Kei-chan.
Yeah.
So yeah, he tells Rika the cat went in the shrine and freaked out. Keiichi uses a metaphor to ask Rika what to do, and she says she'll protect the cat. But oldest cat's sister is upset as baby cat sister did something bad. So there'll be no more club meetings. I love how, in that scene, it's like, you think it's like Keiichi is the cat,
Yeah.
but it turns out Shion's the cat.
Yeah. And so at night, Keiichi is lying in bed when he gets a call from Shion. He apologizes to Shion, who accepts, and the two discuss what to do about the curse.
Turns out the flashback was a flashback.
As I just mentioned earlier. And so, there we go.
So yeah, Shion told the village headmaster everything. And Keiichi promptly
Shiitake mushrooms himself.
Properly browns his pants.
Yeah.
As he's told Rika everything, so now she's gonna die.
It's like, no. And so, so you wanna go?
Yeah, so Keiichi meets up with Rena, and then Mian shows up, and the 3 of them go to like the house that Rika and Satoko are living together in.
Yeah.
Rena notices the bikes are not there.
Yeah, it's like, where are they? They
Yeah.
must have gone somewhere. But who would they be seeing at this ungodly hour?
Mion manages to find a ladder for Keiji to climb up to the window because the front door is locked.
Yeah.
Can't get in the front door. And so she's holding it while he's climbing up.
And then what was her name again?
And like
Right,
Rena goes to the main house and like she does come back later with some of the villagers
and the key to
and
open
the key
the house.
to open the house.
But during the time she's gone, Mion has a hissy fit.
Well, yeah, she just starts shaking the ladder and like going on about how Satoko is cursed and Rika's missing because of her.
It must be her. Yes, it must be. It must be. It must be. And it's like, oh, I'm okay. I'm fine. Just a bit of indigestion on my part.
But Kechi's scared of Mion now. Yeah, so Rena manages to return with a key and like they get the door open, but no one's there.
Yeah.
But Rena and her detective skills have found many details.
Yes. And it's all thanks to our rice cooker and soy sauce.
Yeah, it's amazing how being a chef allows you to solve crimes, apparently. So, like, does Mion know Kechi visited the shrine?
Not yet, I think.
I think she does.
I think it's not until, like, we learn that she...
The next episode.
Shortly after she finds it.
Yeah. Anyway, so the next day comes along and Rena and Keiji, they're walking to school together. Or you confused it if they were heading home?
Yeah, they were heading home, weren't walking to school. And then,
But yeah, using her excellent detective skills, Rena was able to deduce that Rika was going to have someone over for dinner thanks to rice cooker. No, she lives with Satoko, remember?
yeah, but there was like an extra...
No, that was extras for if you cook a big batch. And then you just have extra for the next few days.
Okay, I thought it was the extra for the guest that was meant to come over.
No, there was no guest. It was just it's Rika and Satoko living together, and basically what is like Satoko is the cook, and she cook like a big amount,
Right.
and set aside extras for the next few days.
Yeah, my mistake.
Even like Rena even calls this out. It's like the classic crime show, like CSI stuff.
Yeah.
Would it be CSI or
Yeah, or
Criminal Minds?
like kind of like, I guess, Monk, if you think about that. It's like, I got it. Here's what happened. And then
What
flashbacks.
what was the other show? With like the meme of like the guy with the glasses.
With the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, that meme, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to do it loud.
Is that the one that was like, who?
Yeah. I just noticed the mic has been over there the whole time.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. It would still would have picked up on the sound anyway.
Like,
Anyway, so Oishi suddenly shows up and wants to talk to Keiichi. So yeah, Rena goes on. No, doesn't Rena get in the car as well?
no, that's next episode.
But yeah, so Rena goes on ahead and Keiichi gets in the car. And Oishi tells Keiichi that he doesn't think he is the culprit. But he knows that he, Shion, Tomitake, and Mio snuck into the shrine due to a rumor going around. He also knows that Keiichi knows something, but Keiichi barely gives him anything. we learn that Shion is missing now too. Uh-oh.
Spaghettios.
You take the next point.
So at home, Kechi gets a call from Shion. He tells Shion that Rika and Sakato haven't been found. What the hell's up with this chair? I'm like sitting on circulars.
That's why I used the cushion.
Right, okay. Then where would my elbows rest? Okay, so where was I? So Kechi gets a call from Shion. He tells her that Rika and Satoko haven't been found. Then as they're talking, Kechi's spider sense begins to tingle, and he begins to question Shion about the village headmaster, and some things are just not adding up. The story isn't. It's like with those jigsaw puzzles where it's like, you know what, you don't fit, I'm just going to jam you in anyway.
Yeah.
And then when people look at it, it's like, dude, I can tell that you just jammed that piece in.
Or like the impossible puzzle that was done by TRScientist.
Okay. Yeah. The impossible. Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, the donut one.
Yeah, it was a big donut.
Well, no, it was a bunch of donuts.
Yeah, but wasn't it like, how big was it that it had to be made?
It was a fairly decent sized puzzle, but it didn't have edges.
Ah, okay, that's what I'm getting confused with. Alright, so apparently Shion went missing the day after the Cotton Trip Festival, so she couldn't have been the one to tell the village headmaster about, the curse and that. So that leaves only one other person.
Yeah, he sort of figures out that it's actually Mion, not Shion.
And so Kechi's like, please tell me I'm wrong. But all he's met with is laughter.
And it's not normal laughter, it's the insane laughter.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, you are so stupid.
No, it's...
You're totally wrong, but no,
it's
right.
You're totally right.
Yeah.
Laugh.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're in trouble.
Oh no, Kechi's skipping school for a while. And this is the next episode, by the way. He tells Rena who hands him a clipboard containing community info about Rika and Satoko, sorry.
And then Rena
so they
just slaps him across the face.
So the villagers have just written like what they saw on it, like the information. He gives him a slap, and it's like, this hurts me a lot more than it hurts you.
But yeah, as like he's picking up the clipboard, he sees one of the pages. Soy sauce.
So, my God,
Rena knew about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we see a car pull up and, hey, surprise, surprise, it's Oishi, the big pig himself.
Yeah. And so the two end up in his back seat, and Oishi he talks to someone over on the radio, and it's like, Mion is the prime suspect, and since they don't have a warrant to search the house, Oishi wants Kechi to do it. If something happens to him, then that's an excuse Oishi can use to enter Mion's house.
Yeah, the Sonosaki estate.
Yeah. And so
yeah, Rena's like, nah, screw this, and joins Kechi in the meeting.
Yeah.
So yeah, the two of them go and see Mion, and Kechi tells her he went into the shrine. He went inside the shrine during the festival, and apologizes to her. She says she forgives him, but it's in an elusive way. It's like not clear if it's a genuine acceptance of the apology.
Yeah. So it's like kind of iffy.
Yeah. So yeah, Rena, with all her detective skills, explains what she thinks happened to Rika and Satoko. So basically what it is Mion invited Rika over because no, I think it was Rika called Mion, and because she was calling about soy sauce.
Yeah. And I think that's where Mion learned that Kechi entered the shrine.
Maybe?
Yeah, I think it was at this point in time she learned.
No, but she knew Shion had entered.
Yeah, but I don't think she knew Kechi entered with Shion. I think she doesn't find out about Kechi until after
after Rika.
Yeah.
So Rika's like going on a bike to the to Mion's house with the soy sauce bottle, and once she got there, she's gone.
Yeah.
So Rika told Satoko where she was going, and so that was a loose end that was needed to be cleared up.
That was a leaky hole that needed to be plugged.
Yeah, so
A light that
like,
needed to be snuffed out.
Mion calls her and it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm having dinner at mine. Rika's here if you want to join us.
Come on over, it's to die for."
Yeah. You want to take over?"
Yeah. So Mion laughs and decides to explain what's going on. Originally, Hinamizawa was called Onagafuchi. Its ancestors were descendants from demon blood, and the villagers of Hinamizawa were like, "GTFO, this is our village now. Get out." So, and Mion's first two letters of her name, Mi, is the character for demon. Mion also has a demon engraved on her body, and I think it's like a tattoo.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a tattoo.
Yeah. And so
Imagine getting a tattoo when you're young.
Yeah. Like I was watching Archer, and he's like, "You can't tattoo a baby." But yeah, so that's what the tattoo guy said. I had to slip him an extra 200. Shut up. Yeah. Okay, so where was I? So she explains for the past 5 years she was only responsible for a few deaths. Those being Rika and Satoko. Reina.
Well, she's also responsible for some of the deaths in the previous years as well.
Yeah, but not all. She says some of them were directly her, others were indirectly.
Yeah, but still, that can't, like, it would still be, like, maybe the foreman, like, the first year.
Yeah. Okay, so Reina wants Mion to turn herself in, and says that she and Keche wouldn't abandon her. And so Mion's like, she laughs and she's like, "F it, sure. Like, I know Oshi's out there waiting for me."
Like,
There's
she
no
doesn't actually
escape.
say F it.
Yeah, but she's like,
This is Bailey's version.
Yes. But it's like, she goes, "Fine, I'll turn myself in, but I want 30 minutes alone with Keche before I do."
Well, that's not suspicious.
Yeah. And it's like, Reina's like, "You know what? Screw it, go ahead. I'll be waiting outside." It's like, "Don't leave me alone. No,
Yeah.
You know what she's capable of."
It's like that situation, you know.
Yeah, I know. So the two walk around the what is it like?
It's like a little like pond area.
Yeah. So they walk around and Mion holds on to Kechi's arms and whispers like Shion's alive and she can take him to her. And Kechi wants to see Shion, so Mion takes him. It's like kind of like a door in a mountain.
Yeah.
Like, what would that be called? Like a bunker?
Yeah, like a
bunkers
vault
are
door.
normally on the ground.
It's like a vault door.
Yeah. And so when Kechi goes down there, he sees the torture devices, and Mion explains, "Oh yeah, I use these to kill my victims."
You just missed about victims then.
Yeah, victims.
Victims.
And she like sits. Oh yeah,
Victomitakes?
this is the place where I sit and watch my victims. One of them's just like a seating area.
Yeah, it's like a weird surfing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, there's also there's a whole bunch of cells. It's like a giant, like the whole mountain is filled with cells. But there's one of them holds Shion, and like when Kechi shows up, she's relieved. But then she suddenly freaks out when she sees Mion behind him.
And she's like, "Oh, just kill me already, get it over with." And it's like, "Oh," Mion's like, "I will."
But first, you're gonna watch Kechi die.
And he hits him on the head with, I don't think it's a rock, it's like...
It's like a giant proper boulder.
Yeah.
It's like, she just goes, boom! On his head.
Lucky Kechi wasn't Chris from Resident Evil.
Who had punched it?
6, yeah. Yeah, I like how they bring that back in Resident Evil Village. I'm gonna deal with you and that boulder punching a-hole. Yeah, that was a nice little callback to that. Because that, I remember that got so much hate back in the day.
That moment.
Yeah, the boulder punching. They're like, "This is so stupid."
That's the point, though, wasn't it?
Because I wasn't the biggest Resi fan, so it didn't really. I started with 7 and 8.
It doesn't matter. Like something like that. That's like supposed to be dramatic.
Yeah. Alright, so
Anyway,
Kechi wakes up.
Let's get back to Kechi and him waking up.
Yeah, so he's strapped to a table, and it's like this thing where his fingers are kind of separated, like that, and it kind of reminded me of like another one of the traps from Saw. Well, technically not Saw; it was Spiral from the Book of Saw. The guy has his like fingers in those ones, and he has to rip them out. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, so So Mion explains she isn't Mion, she's the demon, Dion.
I feel like she still goes by Mion.
Yeah, but I say Dion, so you know it's the demon Mion. So it took control when Mion cried for not receiving the dolly in the first episode. And it's like, are you serious?
It's that important.
And it reminded me of I didn't play the game, but I watched this YouTuber play it, and this guy's at the festival. And there are 2 girls, and he wins a prize. And there's 3 options. You give it to girl A, girl B, or you keep it for yourself. And whichever girl you keep it to, the other girl will kill her and then kill you.
What if you keep it for yourself?
Oh, happy ending. And it's like, okay then.
Just be selfish to win?
Yeah.
Or
so no one gets jealous.
Be seen as the weird kid that likes girly dolls.
Yeah. Hey, you know, at least
whatever it is.
Well, which is more embarrassing, being girly or keeping your life? Because in that moment you're like, yeah, okay, I'm being selfish because I value my life.
Yeah.
Alright, so the torture Kechi is about to undergo is having 15 nails hammered into his left and right hand joints. And Dion goes to do it, but she hesitates. It's like, why am I hesitating? And Kechi's like, just do it. Just let Shion go and give Mion her body back. And this surprises the demon, and it's like, no, you listen to me. Shion is destined to die, and giving me in control of her body is impossible. And
Kechi's just like,
screw it, let me live then. And he's like, you know, I could say that, but then I wouldn't really give me my word. And it's like, I'll tell you what. She pulls out a taser and it's like, okay, I'll let you go, but you have to stay away from me because this will be nothing more than a corpse. And I think that's Mion talking because there's tears. And then after, I think it's Mion at this point, tasers Kechi. The screen cuts to black and we see Kechi and Shion being pulled out on stretchers.
They both managed to survive.
Yes. And the bodies of the victims are discovered, and after that, you know, everyone lives happily ever after. You know?
Yeah.
JK, LOL. So, at night, there are boxes in Kechi's room, and he's just packing up. I think he's moving.
Yeah.
And then you hear like a... And so Kechi opens his drapes, and he sees...
you see Mion with like another rocket she's about to throw it.
Pebbles, yeah, and she's throwing pebbles at his window. And
no, but just imagine if she kept going and hit him in the face.
Yeah. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? And it's like, I know what you're thinking. Do not do it. Do not, damn it, you did it. He went outside and checked on Mion.
Yeah. So he stupidly does that, and he gets...
stabbed.
He gets stabbed in the gut.
It's not Mion, but Dion. And Dion laughs as she got to kill everyone she wanted. And as...
Yeah, we learned that Shion died as well.
Yeah, as...
Literally thrown out the window.
And right now the police are saying it's like a murder-suicide type thing. Yeah. Or like a murder pretending to look like a suicide.
Somehow Kechi actually survived getting stabbed in the gut.
Yeah, I'm surprised he survived that.
And we learned that there's a well with dead bodies in it.
And what's interesting about this well, so
there's a whole bunch of people down there.
Yeah,
that we know.
Yeah, and you remember like one of the bodies.
So Rika was down there. She's dead.
Yeah.
Satoko, I think, might have been down there as well.
Yeah, I think Satoko was down there.
Shion was down there.
Yeah.
But we also find out that Mion was down there.
No, it wasn't Mion. It was I mixed this up. It was Mayo.
No, it
Mio.
was no. They said Mion.
I'm pretty sure it was Mio, the girl that burned her.
No,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. No, that's later.
no, it was Mion. Mion was also dead in the well as well.
Yeah.
So who did Keiichi just talk to?
Yeah, who stabbed him? So
Basically, Mion was already dead the day Keiichi and Reno went to see her.
yeah, and do you know who else was dead? Mio.
Well, yes,
She was
we
dead.
learned that she was dead.
Yeah, but she was dead 24 hours before Tomataki, Shion, and Keiichi snuck into the festival, shrine,
Into the shrine.
and we
which
see
is
her
like-
there.
Wait, what?
What?
How? How could she be dead 24 hours before going into the shrine?
Yeah, and so then
Like,
Oshi,
Oshi's like, there's too many damn ghosts walking around.
yeah, and
Or
so
corpses walking around.
and so then he walks off, and then after he leaves,
Well-
but
Mion shows up out of nowhere.
it's not Mion, it's Dion, and it says, yeah, I granted you one wish, but not anymore. It's like gets the nail and just like.
Yeah, and like the screen goes completely red with blood.
Yeah, but I don't think he died though.
Yeah, I think he was tortured and then probably killed.
No, I think he was tortured, but the screams, like, obviously security would have come.
Mm.
And
Well,
Oshi,
he did.
And Oshi is
maybe he
walking
did.
away, and he's not that far. So I think maybe, like, because if you can take a hammer to the nail like that violent, you're gonna scream, and the nurses and that will be like, "What's wrong?" Or maybe like it could have been like, "Okay, she did that. The woman called security." And so Dion's like, no, I'm not going to take my time here, and then just kills Ketchy, and then gets
Yeah, I
killed.
feel like he does die.
It's left open to interpretation.
Yeah.
At least to me.
Anyways, we're at the end.
Alright.
Links will be in the description to both Bailey's channels and also both TRScientist's channels. That's confusing. Yeah, that's confusing to say. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when it comes out. A ding, a ding, ding, a ding.
Dong dong. I guess for you, dong dong.
I'm Ayla out.